Usually, for the area of microprocessor, people usually have this tendency on marketing ideas. So what we heard of is often like dual core, quad core, or just speed. We always have this idea that higher numbers better. Like we always think that, oh, my processor is a dual core, it's 4 gigahertz, it's the fastest. But it's not just like that. It's beyond that. So there are a lot of other architectural innovations beyond the speed. That's why I decided to come up with a survey on the other innovation and shared it to the academic community so that they would know it's not just only speed. For example, an innovation is what we call turbo boost. It's like saying, if we don't need the speed, let's relax. If we need the speed, then we boost it up. Actually, the better way of viewing my research is if we can put it as an analogy in fast food. For example, we're comfortable with dual core, multi-core. We can picture that as a cash register in a fast food restaurant. So imagine if it's quad core for cash register. How do we analogize the speed? We can picture that as a seniority of the cashier in the cash register. So if we say a processor is faster, that means the cashier is more senior because he or she can process the payment, the order faster. So what are the other innovations? So for example, turbo boost. What's an analogy of turbo boost? Have you ever wondered if there are many people in the fast food? It's not only the cashier, they will call a helper. So while the cashier is processing your order, the helper will start looking at the order and process it. But if there are less people in the restaurant, you don't need the helper. Another innovation we called hyper-threading. Hyper-threading means one process, we can split it into multiple processes. Let's put this in fast food analogy. For example, you order, but instead of for you waiting for the order, the cashier will ask you to go to the side and they will say, ma'am or sir, can you wait here for your order? But at the same time, the cashier can now process the next person. So now that we have this survey and we have this idea already, so now we're going to encourage the software developer to take advantage of that. They're not going to look at speed only. They're not going to say, so there's such thing as a hyper-threading. So when they write their program, they would take note of that. Now, okay, there is such thing as a hyper-threading. Let's use that. This is what I have in mind. Projects in computer science is always a tool. Anybody can collaborate with us, meaning it's just a tool. But if there is no application, it just remains a tool. Marketing, economics can approach us and say, we have tons of data and we found it very slow to process. Talk to me, because we're the tools. In science, biology, physics, simulation takes time to do this. Maybe it's time to think of parallel processes. So you can approach us and we can collaborate on this research. So that's my idea. We're just a tool. We need someone to talk to in terms of process or application.